Hello guys, welcome to another exciting episode from my channel, that is Sus Vlogs. This is your host Sabah from Pakistan. And guys, as you aware of the today's lecture from the title of the video, this lecture is for Excel learning for conditional formatting. So I have set up one spreadsheet which is named as conditional formatting, and as you can see I have already put some data and I have already made some rules for conditional formatting, for highlight cell rules, top bottom rules, data bars and icon sets. So let us first understand each of them by making a new rule, and then you can able to use conditional formatting in your Excel sheets, in your projects or in your office or work. So let us first clear all the rules and we can make new rules. So conditional formatting is available in the home tab under style group. You can see it's written conditional formatting, and there are so many groups inside conditional formatting, that is highlight cells group, top bottom rules, data bars, color scales, icon sets, and underneath it's written clear rules. So let us clear the rules. So it is asking two options: clear rules from selected sheet, clear rules from entire sheet. So we have not selected any cell, just we want to clear all the rules from the entire sheet. So we'll clear rules by pressing this clear rules. Okay, so let us begin our lecture today. So highlight cell rules, greater than. So let us select, first we have to select our cells where we have to make conditional formatting. Come to home tab, under styles, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, greater than. So now there is a pop-up window, greater than. It is asking that which value, format cells that are greater than which value. So here you have to mention a value. So let's suppose we will mention a value greater than 700. As you can see, while we are typing the numbers, it is automatically applying and we can able to see the preview here on our selected cells. So it is a very good option that while working we can able to see the preview. Let's suppose we will do it 300. So greater than 300 it will be highlighted. And what about the color? With light red fill with dark red text. So you can see light red is on the cell color and dark red is on the text or on the numbers. You can change this from this option, yellow, green, or just you can do anything here, only text or only border, whatever you want to do. Let us keep it light red and we'll make it 600. We'll press OK, and so our first highlight cell rule is already applied on these cells. So now our rule is greater than 600. Let us suppose if we are going to change this value. So you can see the cell rules are already working and they are active, and if you change any value you will get the highlighted cells. Let's suppose we'll make it 1000 here. So see, it is working. Okay, now then we'll go to the next column, less than. So we'll select the cells, we'll go to conditional formatting and we'll select less than. So less than, let's suppose we are saying less than 300 or less than 400, we need to see, or less than 450, and we need to see it in yellow color. Alright, let us make it in original condition. So if we will make it here 100, it will highlight in yellow. I hope you are going to understand conditional formatting. It's a very exciting option available in Excel. software. Let us go to another column, that is between. Select conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, and between. So now we can select two values. From this value to this value we need to see the formatting. So let's see, we'll make a green color. So we'll say we need 375 to 675. So it is showing us green color. So this is called between conditional formatting. Let us go to our another Excel sheet, another column, that is equal to. So equal to, we will select the cells, then we will go to highlight cells rules, equal to. So now it is asking to format cells that are equal to, let's suppose 550 with light red. So there is no cell which is having a value of 550. So let us see how this will work. It will say 500. So it is showing us the equal to 500, it's showing in red color. Okay, and you can change the color from here. Or even if you can go to the custom format, you can do font, you can go to the border, you can go to the fill, you can select number of colors, and you can do whatever formatting you want on those selected cells. Now the next column is text that contains. So let us select those cells, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, text that contains. So we are typing here Saturday with yellow fill. So wherever you can see the Saturday is showing up, it will give you the conditional formatting in yellow color. We'll press OK and let us test it again. So on Thursday, let us put Saturday. So you can see we already type in Saturday and it is giving us the yellow color. Now let us go to a date occurring. First select all the cells, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, a date occurring. So there are plenty of options in the date occurring. So if you go down to the list, yesterday, tomorrow, yesterday, today, tomorrow, last 7 days, last week, this week, next week. Let us select next week. So whatever the dates which are coming in next week, it will highlight with our selected color. Let us go to the duplicate values, select the cells, go to the duplicate values, and so we are asking it to fill it with red color. So whatever the duplicate values we have here, it will select, it will show us in a red color. Let us try this one. We'll put 100. So we have two duplicate values, so it is showing us red color. Let us make it 700, so it will remove the color from 500. Let us go to the duplicate values. There is another option in the duplicate section. So let us try that one. You can see there is a list here. If you will go down to the list, there is a unique value. So now it is duplicate selected, and you can see Saturday, Sunday and Monday are the duplicate text or the duplicate weekdays which are typed in to the selected cells. Let us select a unique formatting, change the color and press OK. So now Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday are those days which are unique in our range. So these three columns I've made for the duplicate values with numbering, with days and with the date, so that you can able to easily understand how duplicate values work. Let us try duplicate values on the days, on the dates. So duplicate, so we have two duplicate values here, 6 May 2020. If you want a unique value, so all those dates are unique here. We'll just change the color for easily understanding. So let us suppose we'll make it 7th May. Now there is no unique value here, no duplicate value here. So let us copy this cell and paste here. Now you can see 8 May. We have two duplicate values. And how did I pasted it here? In a blink of a second, I just pressed Ctrl D. From Ctrl D, you can just duplicate this value to the cell where you are pressing Ctrl D. Let's try Ctrl D here. So we have a 5 May 2020. If we will press a Ctrl D here, it will copy 4th May here. Now you see our duplicate values are working very fine.